What up, YouTube? It's your boy Lord Solar here, aka the Fire Twin. Today, guys, I'm at my locals, and I have Yu-Nique, better known as LordDrago here, and he's going to give me a deck profile of his Chaos Dragon deck.
Alright, guys. First up, we got 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. I don't think any explanation is needed on there. Focal point of the deck, the big beater.
Pretty standard.
Going to Dark Arm Dragon. Big boss monster. You know what he does. Next, we're going to Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. Now, I haven't seen that card in many builds. Tell me a little bit about that card.
Well, I was running Galaxy House Photon Dragon, but with Dark Horse in here, as ability is effect, you know, when my opponent activates a magic card, I have a lot more 4-star dark targets in the graveyard. So I'll get into the 4-star dark so that I can use this effect and just don't forget about it. Next, we got 2 Dark Flare Dragons. The chaos aspect of the deck. You know, you banish 1 light, 1 dark from your graveyard, bring them out on the field. You can discard 1 dragon type monster from your hand and from your deck to the graveyard to banish 1 card in either player's graveyard. So essentially, he refills his requirements back to the graveyard. He takes 1 light and dark out of the graveyard. He in turn returns them back to the graveyard also.
Okay.
Next, we got 3 Ninja Grandmaster Hanzos.
Which makes the deck with Ninja Chaos. All right.
It makes it Dragon Chaos, Ninja Dragon Chaos. Also, he is a disruptor. Strange ways in there for. I'm not really looking to get his effect off at all. This guy is in here to make up for the lack of the 4-star dark aspect in this deck. Also, he makes my opponent play different. If you're going off against windups, you're going off against rabbits, they're going to hesitate before they go off on their plays. If your Hanzo's out there, they know you have the trap card, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to make you bait out. They're going to make you waste the trap card.
Totally. That's a good way to look at it.
Next, we got Divine Dragon Apocalypse.
That card's so good.
This guy with Future Fusion opening is pretty much you can go game right then and there. It's no longer waiting for those Future Fusion plays to lapse. They go immediately as soon as you pull them out there. I'll explain that once I get to the spell cards. Next, we enter the lights. Double copy of Light Pulsar Dragon. This is also the second part of the cast aspect of the deck. When this card is destroyed from the field, you select a level 5 or higher Dark Dragon type monster in the graveyard and special summon to the field. Be careful when you're using this effect. It is a possibility that it can miss timing depending on what happens. Pretty much in short, the last thing that needs to happen is him hitting the graveyard to get this effect.
Alright.
Next, we got 3 Eclipse Waivers. It's a very great card. This goes into your plays with Metal Dragon and Dark Horse. When this card is sent to the graveyard, either way, you send a level 7 or higher light or dark dragon type monster from your graveyard and banish it out of play. Right. When this card is banished from your graveyard, you add that target to your hand.
All right, while we're on the topic of Eclipse Wavering, how do you feel about him being used in Lightsworn to remove the JD?
It's a smart play. I can't say I like it too much, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a very smart play with Twilight.
I'm a fan of the Gold Sark, but whatever.
I am too. Moving on. 3 Mass Dragons. I chose Mass Dragon over using the unorganized milling method because you mill off your power cards too quick. Milling off Future Fusion, milling off Monster Bar, Dark Hole, whatever the case may be, you can't really recover from those. This is still a Dragon deck, and we cannot afford too many mistakes. So I prefer Mass Dragon over Lila and Card Trooper plays.
Alright, cool.
He also searches out your Divine Dragon Apocalypse, which will start your darks in the graveyard also.
Nice.
1 copy of Delta Flyer. I have to have at least 1 tuner that should go into your Exceed plays and to your Synchro still. With Divine Dragon Apocalypse out in the play, and you summon Delta Flyer, they should go into like Synchros like Dark Hand Dragon. On to the spells. Future Fusion. Still a staple in Dragon decks. I don't give a damn how you build it. Slice it one way or the other. Future Fusion is a mandatory card in this deck. With Future Fusion and Divine Dragon Apocalypse in hand, you go off the nuts immediately. Monster Reborn, double MST,
okay,
pretty standard. Dark Hole, standard. Heavy Storm. 1 DDR. DDR is in here for when you use Eclipse Wavering and you don't always have the Light Pulsar or the Dark Flare to get your banished monsters back out of play. This needs to go off immediately. Eclipse Waver is sent to the graveyard.
Okay.
Reinforced to the army for, Hanzo. Help him get to your hand faster.
Nice.
Double Pot of Duality. This card may be questionable in this deck because this deck special summons so quickly. Pot of Duality lets you search for your Mass Dragons or your Hanzos without obviously searching for a reinforce to the army. As fast as this deck can special summon, sometimes you need to slow it down a little bit. So Pot of Duality is a pretty good card in this deck. Also, it's a if it's dead in your hand, you can pitch it for Divine Dragon Apocalypse or DDR.
Right.
Onto the traps. Double copy of Ninjutsu Art Super Transformation.
Such a nice card.
Such a very, very nice card. It also obviously goes hand in hand with Hanzo. This is the card that your opponent will obviously know that you have when you summon Hanzo. They will try to make you waste it. Say, for instance, if you have him on the field already with this trap card, they'll probably summon Thunder King, try to attack over it to make you waste it. That's why you go into your other trap cards that you have. You got your Phoenix Chains to hold them in his tracks. I don't think Phoenix Chains is very much explanation at all.
Not needed.
Double Escape from the Dark Dimension. It goes hand in hand with your Eclipse Wyverns and bringing Special on Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon back from out of play without waiting for it to pop off.
Right.
This also lets you target your Dark Horse that's out of play also. Unexpected card. People, opponents not really expecting to see this. You know, you go your plays. If your opponent summons on your Metal Dragon summoning or your Light Pulsar summoning, you know, you can still get these out of play. They're not going to expect to see this. They're going to waste the 2,000 for nothing pretty much.
Okay.
Your Double Dimensional Prisons. These in here goes bait out Thunder Kings against Hanzo. You know, they try to make you waste a trap card in case they got Dark Hole in hand. Just deprison Thunder King when it attacks. Simple solution.
Cool.
Also in here to get rid of Christia. We all know that's a pain in the ass. Double Solemn Warning, no explanation needed, and one copy of Mirror Force.
Alright. I noticed there was no Torrential in that deck now. How you feel about not playing Torrential?
Torrential, at this point with this deck, you never really are without field advantage.
Right.
Dark Hole is pushing it, but that's just in case. Dark Hole is a lot faster than Torture Tribute, which is why I chose Dark Hole over Torture Tribute. Okay.
Alright, let's get into that extra deck and the side deck.
Alright. Let's get into the extra deck.
Start the extra deck first.
Let's see. One copy of Flamvell Dragon. It's for the Future Fusion. That's obvious, no explanation. Double copy of Dark End Dragon. Like I said, with the rise of a Divine Dragon Apocalypse, his usefulness in this deck. You pitch any card from the graveyard to add it back to your hand, so you get the Delta Fire back, and raise the start level and go to Dark End Dragon. Plus, there's another Dark for the graveyard to be brought back out with, like Pulsar Dragon.
Wow, I did not think of that. That's nice.
Next we got one copy of Scrap Dragon. Obvious step, but everybody uses Scrap Dragon, so why not? We got one copy of Red Dragon Archfiend. He's still in there. He's still a boss to me. One copy of Black Winged Dragon. He is also still a dark, and there are still random chain burn decks rolling around, so he's also good for that.
Just emergency, right?
Just an emergency. Next we got double copy of Stardust Dragon. Stardust, again, no explanation needed. He's still a boss in this format, especially against the sectors. One copy of Black Rose Dragon. I rarely use them. You normally get Solemn Warning or Starlight Rodent, but I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them.
Right.
Next we got one copy of Ancient Fairy Dragon. I haven't seen very many Gravekeepers lying around or decks that rely on field spells, but he's also still good to have.
Want to be prepared.
One copy of Exploder Dragon Wing. Possibly my favorite synchro in the game.
I'm pretty sure somebody has forgotten about this card, so just go ahead and run down what exactly that synchro does.
Exploder Dragon Wing. If this monster attacks or is attacked by a monster with equal or less attack points, you can destroy it immediately before damage calculation and apply damage equal to the monster's destroyed attack points to your opponent's life point damage.
Cool.
2400 attack. Yeah. You're gonna think twice before you attack this guy.
Right. I like the whole synchro aspect you're adding to the deck.
Well, so that gives it the trifecta effect for this deck. It's not just one thing for me. You got the Hanzos, you got the chaos aspect, and you still got the powerful synchros and exiles.
Alright.
If you deal with one strategy, you still got two more to deal with. Iron Chain Dragon. It's just a 6-star, 2500 attack synchro, and he mills off the opponent's top of the deck. Which could be very deadly depending on what your opponent needs to be in hand. One copy of Orient Dragon. Your opponents are still running synchros every now and then, so there's still some rolling around, so it's good to be prepared for that. One copy of Leviathan Dragon number 17, just another rank 3 beat stick. And also, if he exceeded with him with Eclipse, no, you can't see him. And 1 copy of Livier. I don't think he's really much expectation needed for him, but he's good for returning those banished Divine Dragon Apocalypse back out of play and pitching for the effect to get Metal Dragon back from the graveyard to your hand.
Nice.
And start the nuts all over again.
Okay, cool.
That's it for the extra deck.
That's such a pretty extra deck. Let's pan through that one more time. Everything's ghost rare, man. Look at it. It's so nice. That's the way Yu-Gi-Oh should be played. All right, let's get that to the side. All right, go ahead, go into that side deck.
I don't normally go into my side deck, but what the heck? I'll give you guys a treat today.
Okay.
Aside 3 copies of LordDrago.
All right.
Now, you think this deck is light and dark, you know, okay, LordDrago hurt me as well. But, depending on what our matchup is, this will hurt my opponent a lot more than it hurt me.
Right.
If my light and darks can't be special summon, I can still normal summon it and it still beat sticks. So LordDrago still works. 1 copy of Prime Material Dragon. Good against the sectors, good against chain burn.
Still a
decks.
badass card.
Still a badass card. Rivalry Warlords.
Nice. Fucking nice, dude.
Rivalry Warlords, we just came from YCS this weekend. Rivalry Warlords thoroughly screws windups.
I can agree.
Totally shuts them down. So you think it would shut me down too? Is that 3 Hanzos? Well, if I'm going sideboard, I'm siding up 3 Hanzos for the LordDragos, and these are going in for the Super Transformation Arcs.
Nice thinking, bro.
Debunk. Still got Dark Rolls running around.
Yeah.
And I faced a random agent deck who was using Herald of Orange Light. So obviously they go Herald of Orange Light, you go Debunk. They -2 at the hand and you still are good. Shadow and Prisoner Mirrors. It's a very risky card for me to run, but obviously like any good player, you play it when you have the advantage. This would shut down Hanzo for me, but then again it shut down my sector opponent a lot worse.
Right.
Summon Limit.
Okay. Go into that. Go into that.
I'll go into Summon
Go into
Limit.
that. I don't think these folks know
This
what
card
it
is
is.
so old. You talking about Legacy of, what is this? Light of Destruction?
Yeah.
Alright. Neither player can summon more than twice in a turn. As you know, windups go off. When they go off, they go off. They need to summon more than once. The wonderful thing about the ruling on this card now is, even if your opponent has summoned twice before you activate it on that second summon, they can no longer summon anymore for that turn.
Nice, bro.
So it shuts that down.
Did his homework on some side deck cards. All right. That's what's up.
Burial. The side deck Burial, for the simple fact that the cards on Burial, when, say for instance, Dimension Fusion is face up, not Dimension Fusion. It's called, I think, Dimensional Fission. The Dimensional Fission face up and say all cards that are sent to the graveyard go out of play. Well, this card skates right under that. These cards are returned to the graveyard, do not classified as sent, so this works very well.
Cool.
And
Nice.
we got double copy of Forbidden Lance.
All right.
Just for the fact that my opponent's still running Phoenix Chains. Gets me right under that. And it's also it's offensive and defensive card.
Cool, man. I honestly love the deck, man. The extra deck is just blinged out to hell. All right, guys. That's Yu-Nique, aka LordDrago. You can check him out on his channel, guys. I have a link for him, and just go there, subscribe, look at a bunch of his other builds, and is your YCS build up?
Not yet. But if I get 10 to 20 likes on this video, I will put that build up.
That sounds nice, man. Nice to sit down and get a deck profile with you, man.
No problem, bro.
All right, thanks.